Boy, oh boy, it's Saturday, and I love running out of time. My goodness, I ran out of time because I usually do my 10-minute I want to talk to you and gossip in Spanish and then 5 minutes in English, but I ran out of time. Let me tell you that y'all know me, and I went on a trip this week. It was just a one-day trip, so I don't usually worry about where we're going, and I don't ask questions. It's a silent note. If you're inviting me, you know that I'm broke and I haven't worked in 2 years, so you know that I'm not paying for gas. I'm not paying for anything. And we're not paying for hotels if we're going to Louisiana, because Louisiana offers us lots of things. And not only Louisiana. This is the Quest Casino in Washington State offering me free nights. This is the new casino in Vegas, the M Casino. They want me to go November or December, and they're offering me up to 5 nights free. And money to play and money to eat. So if I'm going to a casino, those are not trips that are costing me to sleep there or to eat there. The gambling money, that's a different story. But to go there and enjoy the sights and stuff, you're going to probably gamble a little bit, but you're not going to stay there gambling. So, but I wanted to tell you all a story, and I was telling it in Spanish. But I don't watch a lot of other programs on YouTube. And I am a TikToker, and I watch a lot of TikToks. But I share my TikToks to YouTube because why not? That's my page. So I like to tell you all what things I do and things that I don't do. But you know, if you're going on a trip with somebody, you're stuck in a car for a few hours. From here to Lake Charles, it's 9 hours. So we were on a 9-hour trip, let's just say it that way. And I'm stuck inside of a car listening to everybody's phones, because people have their phones and people like to hear them out loud. Some people don't have the little earpieces, and I'm one of the ones that forgets my earpiece. But most of the time I'm playing games, and the driver isn't on the phone, so you get stuck hearing different things that different people are listening to and doing. And here's the gossip. We were coming back, and the person in front has her own YouTube show, and she went live. So we were talking about different things, and somebody else decided to stream her on their show. Then they started arguing back and forth because there's some kind of beef there, and I don't know what it is because I don't listen to all the gossip. But I was cracking up because that other person was being streamed by her, and I was listening to her reading comments, and she read a comment, and she called the man a gayster or maricón in Spanish. And she said the gayster is commenting, or the maricón está comentando, or something like that. And I was laughing in the back seat because the person that she was talking about, everybody in South Texas knows the man has his program, his YouTube show, and he's a womanizer that only does shows when certain people are doing shows, and all he does is stream them. And usually women. He does not ever have a subject of his own. But yet this lady that knows that he's a womanizer, because everybody in South Texas knows that in the last 4 years he has been with 3 or more different women. Maybe 3. But you don't call a man or challenge a man that's a womanizer, especially a Hispanic man, and tell him that he's a gayster. What are you really looking for by calling him a gayster when you know that he's been with 3 women in the last 3 or 4 years? That is a subject and a question that I'm putting out to you guys. feel free to comment if you want. I don't care. You know, it's like I'm just putting it out there that I was laughing because she did that. Then she was getting mad because, of course, they were streaming each other. And then, and I'm not going to mention her or her program because it's not, the gossip is about what the actions were. Then she gets on her, she decided to go driving and start saying that anybody that goes to a school district, and I'm just going to say a school district. She claims she doesn't work for a school district, but if you're claiming that you don't work for a district in South Texas, then why are you worried about people going to complain? But I'm going to continue with what I was saying. She continued to threaten the audience by saying that if they went to a school district to complain against an employee at that district, that they were going to be incarcerated. Does she think that we're from another nation, or does she realize that most of the people that have these YouTube channels are citizens of the United States? Does she realize that? You know, if you are concerned enough to say, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to go into that school district and I'm going to formally complain that this person is being a bully on social media, you have every right to do it, especially if the school district is letting you know, come in and do a formal complaint. You have proof if you have her videos. And if she thinks that she's going to remove them, that's okay. They probably already have screenshots of what they need. Whoever wanted to go and complain to that school district. I don't know her. I know she talks about me, but I don't know her and I don't go to her channel. So let's just get that one straight. But she cannot be on social media saying that a person is going to get incarcerated when the school is asking for a formal complaint. Now, there are people, teachers don't work with all the kids in the school. Teachers work usually with 28 to 33 or maybe 10 students. There are people in schools that do work with all the children in the schools. Let me tell you which departments those are. Anybody that works in the kitchen works with all the children in the school. Anybody that works in the cleaning, the janitors of the school work with all the children in the school, in the rooms, in the halls, in the restrooms, everywhere in the school. Those janitors have contact with all the children of the school. The office people have contact with all the children of the school. The nurse has contact with all the children of the school. And if anybody feels that that person is being a bully on social media, and that's what they're gonna probably teach those kids, or those kids are gonna see them on social media and learn, then they have the right to go and complain to the school district. I am worried about the social education of this child if that person is around this child. Because the only education that's the responsibility of the parent is moral and religious. The numbers, social, all that stuff is learned at the school. So if this person is being a bully on social media and you are worried that the kids are going to see her on the internet, then if the school is requiring for you to go and do a formal complaint, of course you have every right. Nobody can say that you're going to be incarcerated. That's not right and not true. If you are worried about the children in that school district and you have your persona in the right state of mind, go and do it. Don't be intimidated. You are not from across the river. You are not from across the ocean, especially if you were born here in the United States. Those kind of threats, that's not right. So I'm just letting y'all know that I was hearing this in a car, and I was stuck in a car. I couldn't go scroll up or down. Y'all have a nice day.